Welcome back. I'm really looking forward to diving into Lesson 42 from A Course in Miracles with you today.
Yeah, this is a good one. It's all about strength and vision. And get this, it says we're always in the right place at the right time.
I like the sound of that already. But
Yeah.
why don't we just go right into it, and you can read the first paragraph for us.
Okay, sure. God is my strength. Vision is his gift. The idea for today combines two very powerful thoughts, both of major importance. It also sets forth a cause and effect relationship, which explains why you cannot fail in your efforts to achieve the goal of the course. You will see, because it is the will of God. It is his strength, not your own, that gives you power. And it is his gift rather than your own, which offers vision to you.
Wow. So it's saying that we cannot fail in our efforts to achieve the goal of the course. That's a big statement, isn't it?
Right, it is. It's like it's shifting the focus, Instead of saying it's all about our effort, it's emphasizing God's will and power as the driving force behind our success.
I see. It's saying that it's not really us doing it, it's God working through us.
Exactly. Like we are not separate from that power. So in a way, because it's God's will, we can't fail.
Huh, I see. So it's not that we shouldn't put in any effort, but it's more like we're aligning our efforts with a greater power.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it. It's like surrendering our limited ideas of what we can achieve on our own and tapping into a limitless source.
That makes sense. It reminds me of the saying, let go and let God.
Yeah, exactly that.
Okay, well, let's move on to the second paragraph. Would you mind reading that for us, too?
You bet. Okay, it says, God is indeed your strength, and what he gives is truly given. This means that you can receive it anytime and anywhere, wherever you are and in whatever circumstances you find yourself. Your passage through time and space is not random. You cannot but be in the right place at the right time. Such is the strength of God. Such are his gifts.
That's a lot to unpack there. But one thing that really stood out to me was that our passage through time and space is not random. That's a really interesting concept, don't you think?
Totally. I mean, it's suggesting that there's a purpose behind everything, even if we don't see it at the time.
Right. Like every experience, every encounter, it's all leading us somewhere.
And because God's strength and gifts are always available to us, then we're always being guided, whether we realize it or not.
That's a really comforting thought, especially when things feel chaotic or uncertain,
Absolutely. I mean, it's like we have this built-in GPS system that's constantly directing us toward our highest good.
So how would you say this idea of right place, right time plays out in our everyday lives?
Well, think about it this way. You know those unexpected encounters? The ones that lead to amazing opportunities. Or even those times when something we thought was bad turns out to be a blessing in disguise.
Yeah, I can see how that would fit into this idea. Like those times when we look back and think, wow, I'm so glad that happened, even though it was tough at the time.
Exactly. It's about trusting that even when things feel messy, there's a divine order at work.
That makes a lot of sense. Just the other day, I had a moment with my son that really brought this lesson to life. He was having a meltdown because his favorite shirt was dirty, and I was getting frustrated.
Oh, I know those moments. It can be tough to stay centered.
It is. But I remembered this lesson, and I thought, maybe this is the right place, right time to teach him about patience and adapting to things we can't control.
Wow. What a great way to shift your perspective in the moment.
It really was. And, it turned into a really beautiful conversation.
I love that. It's a perfect example of how even the most challenging situations can be opportunities for growth.
It really is. This lesson also talks about practicing these ideas throughout the day. It says, the more often you repeat the idea during the day, the more often you will be reminding yourself that the goal of the course is important to you and that you have not forgotten it.
Right. It's like anything else. The more we practice, the more natural it becomes.
Exactly. So the more we remind ourselves that we're always in the right place at the right time and that God is our strength, the more we'll start to experience it in our lives.
Yeah. Like we are literally training our minds to align with a higher perspective.
It's like we're building a muscle of faith and trust.
You got it.
So to recap, we talked about God being our strength, the idea that we're always exactly where we need to be, and the importance of reminding ourselves of these truths constantly.
Absolutely. We are always in the right place at the right time. I wonder, how might that knowledge change how we deal with things this week? Whether they're challenges, opportunities, or just everyday moments, how might we approach things differently?
That's a great question to leave our listeners with. I know I'll be thinking about that myself.
Me too.
Well, thanks for joining us today. It's been a really thought-provoking conversation.
My pleasure. Until next time.
See you then.
I want